In this CHSA update for June 13, 2019, we're going to look at a very common question that comes up regarding HSAs and Medicare. So the topic we're going to discuss today is what are the rules surrounding HSA contributions when one enrolls in Medicare, especially when one delays their enrollment in Medicare. First, for a little bit of review from the CHSA program itself, the initial enrollment period for Medicare, that period of time in which you're supposed to enroll in Medicare when you're turning 65, is a 7-month period. It's the month of your birthday, your 65th birthday, 3 months prior and 3 months after. That's your 7-month initial enrollment period. So if your 65th birthday is in May, your enrollment period is going to run February through August. Now, if you go past that initial enrollment period and do not enroll in Medicare, we're specifically speaking about Part B here, but this is also concerning Part D. With Part B, you will have a 10% late penalty that'll be assessed to your monthly premium for Medicare Part B for every 12-month period that you go past that initial enrollment period. Now, you can delay enrollment in Medicare Part B if you are eligible for the special enrollment period. So let's take a quick reminder of what that special enrollment period is. So again, to delay enrollment in Medicare at age 65, you have to be eligible for the special enrollment period, which means you have health coverage either through your own employer or a spouse's employer, and you're actively working. So this can't be health coverage through retirement health benefits or through COBRA. You're actively working, your spouse is actively working for an employer who's offering you health coverage, and that employer has to have 20 or more employees. If you meet that requirement, then you're able to continue to stay on your employer health plan. If it's a high deductible health plan, you're able to continue to make your HSA contributions. Now, at any point, you can decide to enroll in Medicare. However, at the point in which you lose your eligibility for that special enrollment period, meaning you no longer have that health coverage through that employer, that has 20 more employees, you then have an 8-month window in which you need to enroll in Medicare in order to avoid penalties. So the first thing we want to look at is HSA contributions when an individual delays enrollment in Medicare. So this is a case where someone is eligible for the special enrollment period, takes advantage of it, and stays with their employer's health plan. So when it comes to the delaying of enrollment in Medicare, if an individual does delay enrollment in Medicare, so they're eligible for that special enrollment period, there is an up to 6-month retroactive start date applied on their Medicare coverage when they do actually enroll. So let's take a look at Bob. Bob is turning 65 in January, so he's eligible for Medicare in January, but he decides to delay because he's happy with his coverage. He's eligible to delay, and he decides to do that. Fast forward to April, Bob retires and enrolls in Medicare. In that case, the official date for Bob's Medicare is January. At that time when he turns 65, there's a 3-month retroactive enrollment when it comes to his Medicare, which means he cannot contribute or shouldn't have contributed to an HSA past his 65th birthday, past December of the previous year. If he did, he needs to pull that money out, make a corrective withdrawal from his HSA. So let's take another look at our friend Bob here. So again, he turns 65 in January, becomes eligible for Medicare. In this case, Bob retires in September of the year, enrolls in Medicare. So in that case, his enrollment is retroactively pushed back to March. That 6-month period, it begins in March. So any contributions made from March going forward would need to be pulled out of that HSA. His contributions for January and February are fine because he's not considered enrolled in Medicare for that period of time, but anything that he may have contributed to the HSA beginning in March and following through that September when he retired and enrolled in Medicare needs to be withdrawn from that HSA in order to avoid penalties. So when it comes to HSA contributions, when someone does not delay, they do not delay enrollment in Medicare when they turn 65, so they enroll in Medicare at age 65. This is pretty straightforward, but we want to just take a quick look at it. This is a chart from the Social Security Administration. It shows the timing of your enrollment in Medicare using that initial enrollment period, so no delay, and when you actually would begin to have your Medicare coverage start. The bottom line with this is that you are able to contribute to an HSA up till the time in which you are enrolled in Medicare if you do not delay. If you do delay, it goes back to that other situation where that's up to 6 month retroactive. So if you are enrolling in Medicare at age 65, you're able to contribute to your HSA. There's no retro rollback. In that case, you're just able to contribute up to that age 65. So that's it for this look at Medicare and HSA contributions. In the next update, we are going to take another look at Social Security and HSA contributions. Social Security and HSA contributions. If you have any questions regarding this update, or if you have any suggestions for future updates, please contact us at info@accesspointhsa.com. Thank you.